back to your bed.
I can't.
It's early.
Things to do.
I bet I can think of better things.
You've got a one-track mind.
Didn't notice you objecting last night.
It's giving me an appetite.
Me too.
For food. Reminded me I need to pick up some shopping before I go back to Leeds.
When am I going to see you again then?
I don't know.
Soon?
You're keen.
Ah, too right. Better get your phone number then, haven't I?
It doesn't look to me like you've got anywhere to put it at the moment. I'll call you tonight.
Oh, gotta get used to dressing for the cold again.
Yeah, not exactly Hawaiian weather in Yorkshire this time of year.
It was a great honeymoon, but it's always good to come home again, isn't it?
Yeah, I want to catch up on everything that's happened while we've been gone.
Yeah, I'm surprised Nick hasn't been in to see me. Still, I guess me and Peg will run into him.
It's not what Nick's been up to that's worrying me.
Chris will have kept everything in shape. He has run this business before, you know.
Morning! Morning.
Morning. Well, she certainly seems to have made herself at home since we've been gone.
You don't mind, do you?
No, of course not. I'm just wondering how long she'll be staying.
About Chris.
He's coming round lunchtime. He's giving me a full report.
Well, I think I ought to be there too.
There's no need for you to interrupt your day at the stables. It's just for us to have a lunch together.
I'll bring the sandwiches.
Oh, OK. I'll see you later.
Do you know, I think we are going to be very cosy here together.
Aye, champion.
Mind you, we will need to make a few changes to
What
place.
have you said, Betty?
No, I don't want to go making decisions without you. You were long enough making up your mind to move in here.
Any chance of breakfast?
I thought you'd be too busy. I thought you'd want to get off to work.
I'm my own boss, really. I fix my hours.
Oh, that's good news. I didn't realise you were an executive now. You can help me choose the wallpaper.
Which one do you like?
Well, I can't make my mind up between these three.
That one will do.
Well, don't just point at any of them, fobbing me off. Put your mind to it. I'm not going to get this stuff up on the wall and then have you complaining about it. You know what you like.
I'm happy with whatever you pick.
Well, I'm not. I want your opinion.
I haven't got one.
That'll be for the first time in your life if you haven't. Now, look at 'em proper. Now, what do you think about the colour of that?
Very nice.
Very nice. Do you like it?
Oh, aye, I do.
More than that?
Well, maybe.
Seth Armstrong, you're useless.
You get breakfast done and I'll get matter some thought.
Well, you've got a kettle down at your hut. We don't need to waste our precious time.
You're right, I should be getting off to work now.
We haven't even looked at Paintfoot bathroom yet.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. What a beautiful day. You've been there all night?
Must have nodded off. Maybe I'd one too many.
Well, a celebration was called for. The takings last night were terrific. And it just shows what can be done with a bit of organisation and planning.
Oh, thanks very much, Al. Nice to be appreciated.
No, I meant my organisation, my planning. And after all, it was my celebrity guest who brought the crowds in.
Oh, I thought the lot that we bust in made a healthy contribution.
The rowdy element.
Well, when they're enjoying themselves like that, they spend. Name of the game, isn't it? I was just saying what a good night it was.
Yeah, I noticed. Hope your hormones have settled down this morning.
She will have a little joke.
Your little joke's sunshine. Chasing after young girls. You made a right fool of yourself.
I was only trying to be friendly.
Yeah, well, you get any friendlier, you'll end up on the couch permanently. No, I could do with some help in the bar.
Surprised the raffle. Surprised not to see you and Sarah there.
Decided to have a quiet night in. Hello, Kim. Good honeymoon?
Oh, great, thanks. Got back last night. Frank's feeling as fit as a fiddle, raring to get back to work.
He still has to take it easy, though, doesn't he?
I tried telling him that. Have you seen Seth about? He's not in his caravan.
He's moved into the village with Betty.
Oh, right. Frank and I brought him a present back from Hawaii. A thank you for giving me away at the wedding.
He'll be up at the game farm.
Oh, is he helping David out today?
I don't think David'd see it like that.
What do you mean?
Chris sacked our Dave while you were away. Put Seth back in his old job.
What?
I thought you knew.
No, it's the first I've heard of it.
Hardly a culinary tour de force.
It's what the punters want. It's good, solid pub food at reasonable prices.
I'll try the sausage toad.
So kind of you to join us.
We're not even busy yet.
You don't care sample the new bar menu?
It might be a while before I can think about solid food.
Doesn't seem to excite Terry very much.
There's only two things that excite him: men playing with oval balls and girls in short skirts. Hi, how was last night?
Not complaining.
And what about Bernadette?
I haven't seen her.
Oh, she probably hasn't come up for breath yet.
I'm getting a bit worried about some of the people your wife is inviting. Those two last night seem to have no morals at all.
I wish there were more of it about.
Get serving.
Hey, about last night.
Oh, come on, give us all the sordid details.
Later. I'm just a bit worried about Bernadette.
Oh, I don't know that Dave. He seemed a good catch to me.
Maybe, but if he comes in here asking for a phone number, don't give it to him. Well, they're Rocky. He'll take them both apart if he gets wind of what's happened. I'll see you later.
Red, when you're ready, sausage toad.
Can't I borrow some at Luke's?
What are you bothered about? They look fine to me.
Filled with silver, is it? Made our fortune?
Not exactly.
Oh.
Hey, that looks nice, that. Do you know I'd finish it off? One of them gnomes with a fishing rod. Anyway, I want to go into Otten.
What for?
Well, I've got now decent to wear for this too. I need a new frock.
Yeah, OK.
Hey, guess what? I'm going to get some of them invitation cards and all. I want to do this thing right.
Hey?
Well, I've got to invite Adam and our cousin and this Maud and her brood.
I thought we weren't speaking to her.
I want to show that stuck-up cow that we've got more class than her any day.
But, Mum, we're just one dinner for the five of us. We can't go inviting everyone.
The invitation says for whole family. It says out about numbers.
Wolfpack ain't big enough.
Well, that's Turner's lookout, not ours. Come on, Zach.
Hey.
I'm glad you had such a good time.
Yeah, fitter than I have in ages. Ready to get down to work. How is the business?
Thriving.
Good. That's what I like to hear.
Of course, I've had to make a few minor adjustments while you've been gone. Yeah, a bit of fine-tuning. I think you'll be pleased with the results. Now, I don't mean to criticise Kim, but she had let things get a bit slack.
It was a lot of hard work for one woman. I shall always be grateful for Kim helping out. But now I'm back in charge.
What the hell do you think you've been up to?
He was just giving me his report.
Yes, well, perhaps he'd like to start by telling us why he's been sacking my staff.
Dave Glover knew the rules and he broke them. I had to take action.
Don't you think you're overreacting a bit? They were just shooting pigeons.
On Tate land with Tate guns. If there'd been an accident, some bright spark might have tried to sue us.
You're just trying to justify yourself. It was done out of spite.
You've got a lot to learn about running a home farm business, Kim.
Don't patronise me.
I left Chris in sole charge. I'm sure he had the family's best interests at heart.
I see. Well, perhaps he'd like to explain how our best interests were served by banning the hunt.
Well, you know how much damage they cause. As far as I'm concerned, hunting's just some archaic ritual. Let's leave it to hooray Henrys and the social climbers that suck up to them.
If that's your attitude, I'm not surprised Sir Thomas decided to take his horses out of livery.
Did you have a row with him, Chris?
Well, you know what the aristocracy are like. They hate a few home truths.
Do you know how much that's cost me?
My responsibility was home farm business. I did what I thought was best for them.
Yeah, well, maybe you should have waited until Kim came back before any decisions were made.
Well, I'm surprised to hear you say that. I'd have thought we had enough trouble when Neil Kincaid was running the hunt without inviting them back.
You will be sorry for this, Chris.
Hang on a minute, Kim. Don't push your luck, Chris. I bet you this time. But I will not have you antagonising Kim any further. You got that?
How's the job going?
Oh, it's great. And Jack's a lot happier about things too. In fact, he's taking me to Harrogate this afternoon.
Oh.
He reckons it's our last chance to spend a bit of time together before lambing starts.
Well, so life's on the up. Wish I could say the same. Don't know how long I can stick working with that new couple at the wool pack. David?
Hiya, Mum.
Can correct me if I'm wrong, but I can't recall you coming home last night, and those don't seem to be the clothes you went out in.
Mine got wet.
See? Well, I'm off to the shop. You'll need to have a better story than that ready by the time I get back.
There you are.
Do you want some food with that, Betty?
I don't think so.
Oh, go on, give yourself a break from cooking. It's all fresh made.
This place is certainly livening up.
That's what we're here for. Good opening night, eh?
Your friends seem to enjoy themselves.
Oh, aye, and I reckon that dishy bloke were main attraction. Dave something. Do you know him?
David Glover.
Yeah, that's the one. Oh, he didn't waste any time with my mate Bernadette. Took her straight round to his private passion palace. So what can I get you?
Nout.
Oh, thanks for bringing that back, Mr. Turner. You're a real gent. Hey, Terry, you could go and collect some of the others.
I'm busy.
Well, I can't do everything.
Well, it's going to be even busier than this at night. Why don't we get some extra staff in? Why don't you ask that Rachel if she'll do a regular shift?
Oh, do you fancy her now?
I'm only trying to run a happy ship.
I think you should ask Rachel. She's a good worker. I'd like to have a word with you two after the session to discuss the running of this happy ship.
Right, Mr. Turner. Did you enjoy the meal?
Too much whole, not enough toad, for my liking.
I can't help you. I don't know Bernadette's number.
It's really important I get a number.
She's got
I don't
mine.
know.
I just picked up the Hutton Curry. Look at this. The Woolpack openings made the front page.
It's wonderful news. Let's see that.
Hey, wait till you see today's paper.
We've already seen it, ma'am.
You look wonderful, Mum.
I'm going to get myself a drink.
You know what? I think your dad's a bit jealous. You know, me and me thought to talk with another man.
Oh, Dad, you ought to be proud of her. She's famous now.
We liked it so much we put a copy in that old frame of Antiedas. Thought it'd look perfect to have it bar. What do you reckon, Dad?
All that hard work and Nellie Dingle hijacks my headlines.
Don't let it worry you, Al. You know what they say, there's no such thing as bad publicity.
Well, not in my book. Image is all important in an establishment like this, which is what I wanted to talk to you two about, really. I've noticed today there's a certain amount of tension between you. Now, that's not good for business. In future, will you please keep your personal disagreements out of working hours?
Point taken, Al. I've been a bit worried about it myself. I promise you it won't happen again. As long as Brit learns to control her temper.
Me? I've needed the patience of a saint to put up with your goings-on.
Rubbish. You fly off handle at the slightest little thing.
What, like you're drinking and you're womanising and your stupid rugby friends?
You see what I have to put up with?
Well, I'm glad we've cleared the air there. I shall look forward to an improvement in future.
Where are you going?
I've got a few things to sort out at the Heritage Farm. Oh, it's good to be back in harness.
I wish you could say the same. I'm at a bit of a loose end now you're running things again.
You still got your stables?
Yeah, with rather fewer horses now Sir Thomas has taken his away. Why couldn't Chris keep out of my business?
He will, now that I'm back in charge. Expect me when you see me. I've got a lot on today.
You could always let me give you a hand with some of it.
There's no need, love. I'm fully fit now. If you're looking for something to do, why don't you take Valentine for a ride?
Sir Thomas. Hello, Kim Tate here. Just picking up the pieces. Do you think we could meet? Well, today if possible. I was wondering about this morning. Lunchtime, the golf club. No, of course. If that's what you can manage.
Ah, this is the right house.
Well, if it's me you're looking for,
Yes, it's you I'm looking for. Now we've got the Woolpack on its feet, we need to get the staff situation properly organised.
Are you talking about my job behind the bar?
Yeah, that's right. How about I come in and we discuss it over a cup of coffee?
Morning, Seth. I hear you got your old job back.
That's right.
Nice to see you where you belong.
Good to be back. You're running shop again now, are you?
Definitely. Kim looked after it whilst I was ill, Chris whilst I was away, but now I'm in charge.
Glad to hear it.
Thanks. I got a good few things to sort out. What do you reckon to young Dave Glover?
He's from round here, that's a good start.
Yes.
And he comes from a decent family.
Yes.
And he's not frightened of hard work. So, all in all, there's naught wrong with him that a bit of time won't cure.
That good, eh?
As a matter of fact, they don't come any better.
There you go.
Thanks.
Don't mind if I carry on giving Victoria a lunch, do you?
Lunch?
No, well, lunch, tea, 11s. You can't tell the time yet, can you, love? Eh?
I don't know I can stand it.
What, babies? Oh, I love it. You haven't got any family, have you?
No, plenty of time for that. Got enough to do with my job at the minute. How would you like to do an extra couple of nights a week at the Woolpack?
Oh, that would be good.
I want to build up a regular team behind the bar. I think people like to see a familiar face when they come into a pub.
Well, we can certainly do with the extra money, especially without David being out of work.
Oh, great. Well, you can start next week then.
Oh, thanks.
We're giving you the extra hours. We're going to have to think about the hourly rate.
What do you mean, think about it?
Well, we've got to keep the costs under control.
You mean you're cutting my wages?
If you want to make a pub pay, you've got to keep the staff costs down. Hey, but don't panic. I'm sure if you show enough cleavage, you'll make it up on your tips.
10 points again.
Same again.
Alan nearly missed the drop again. Gin and orange, is it?
Oh, yes, please,
Right.
yes.
And another gin and orange, please.
Sir Thomas,
It's the lovely Mrs. Tate.
you were expecting me?
Yes, yes, of course I was. How about a drink? Gin, tea?
I'll have a mineral water, please.
Oh, we can't have that. Oh, you've got to catch up with the rest of us, you know.
This is business.
Business always goes better after a little drink. What's it to be?
Oh, just a small gin.
That's better. And a gin, please, Terence. Ah, what is this business, then?
Well, I don't think this is the place to talk. It is rather confidential.
I should be so lucky.
It won't take a minute.
Right, I'll put it there. The first tea awaits. You go for yourself?
No, not really.
You want to take it up. Any tricky situation been talked to during a game of golf?
Yes, well, this is a bit tricky.
Oh, hello.
Hi, love. Hey. Been good, has she?
Good as gold. Got her all day today. Sarah's working late.
What's up?
Oh, Brit's been round from the pub.
You don't seem very pleased.
Well, I'm not. She started off very nicely, didn't she? Offering me more work.
What's up with that?
It was for less pay. She's cutting the hourly rate and it was take it or leave it.
Well, tell her to leave it. Tell her to keep a job.
Well, I can't do that, Nick. Can I not with David out of work?
It's a shame I'm not bringing a bit more home.
Oh, well, you do your best. Still, Brit reckons I could make a bit more for myself if I played my cards right. Short skirts and tight T-shirts, that's what she wants.
I'm not having my wife doing that sort of thing.
Well, we don't have a lot of choice, Nick, do we?
I owe you an apology.
Whatever for?
The way my stepson behaved about the hunt. He had no authority to do what he did.
Yes, that's not the impression he gave me.
Yes, well, I'm afraid Chris is like that. He's not always very tactful.
He made it pretty plain that the hunt wasn't welcome.
He was only holding the fort whilst I was away. Expected to come back and find things just the same. Now, if I was to welcome back the hunt, do you think you could see your way to stabling your horses with me again?
Out of the question, I'm afraid.
You don't have to decide now.
This is a business discussion, Mrs. Tate. I think you said that yourself.
Yes, indeed.
Well, I'm afraid I can't do business with anyone who breaks their word. That isn't how a gentleman behaves.
It wasn't me who broke my word. It was Chris.
You and Frank left him in charge, and you must take the responsibility.
That's just what I'm trying to do.
There are certain ways of doing things, Mrs. Tate. Maybe you'll learn that when your family has lived in the country as long as mine has.
I'm trying to offer a service. That's all.
Why don't you stick to giving riding lessons to little girls in future? I think that's more your line of country.
My stables are well run. You said that yourself.
Oil and water, Mrs. Tate. They don't mix. Your husband's done very well for himself. Good luck to him. I always admire a self-made man, but it takes more than one generation to turn a man into a gentleman.
There you go, Brit special.
What's special about him?
Served by Brit.
See what you mean? Don't worry, I'll double the dose of his bromide.
Oh, no, not as far as I'm concerned.
No, it's not for you, it's for him. The only way he can compete is by wiping out opposition.
Enjoying yourself?
Name of the game, innit? We enjoy ourselves and the punters do too. So keep smiling.
How's the house hunting going?
Not good.
There are some wonderful cottages in this village, you know.
But they've all got people in them.
Well, I'm sure something will turn up soon.
Anybody serving?
Usual?
Well, it's kept me going for 50 years. I'm not going to change it now.
Well, it's the next 50 then.
Well, I'm not sure as I'd want that.
Well, why ever not, Seth? You should be in Clover now. You've got your job back. You're well set up with Betty in a nice little cottage.
Betty don't want a cottage. She wants a stately home. If I'd have known she were going to carry on like that, I'm not sure I'd have ever moved in.
Bit of a slave driver, is she?
You can say that again. She'd be better off living with a painter and decorator than a gamekeeper.
What are you doing here?
Boosting my profits, Betty.
When he could have been at home helping me. I've only just nipped out while skirting board's dry shandy, please.
New style, is it, eh? With the white spot.
Oh, paint. Now hurry up, get that down you, then you're over there helping me with wallpaper.
Bah, that Brit's a bit of all right, isn't she?
Now, well, she's too old for you and too experienced.
Hey, I'd be a toy boy any day.
I thought you were well in with Bernadette.
I was. Only she's done disappearing act and pretty well even give us a phone number.
I say you were a one-night stand then, eh? Oh.
Hey, Mum said I might find you.
Oh?
Can you call round a home farm later on? I'd have a word.
What for?
4:30 suit you?
Anytime.
Good. I'll see you then.
What were all that about?
Search me.
You look good. Been somewhere nice?
Houghton Golf Club. I went to see Sir Thomas Weir.
At the golf club?
His idea. Should never have agreed to it. I suppose he wanted an audience.
What for?
Humiliating me. I went to ask him if he'd put his hunters back with me, and he made me feel like I was something that just crawled out of the woodwork.
He's a snob. I don't know why you ever bother with him in the first place.
Because the stables is all I've got, and he was a good contact.
You're better off without all those toffee-nosed counties, sir.
You never liked them, did you?
I know what they're like. They stick to their own kind, and that's what you should be doing. It's Chris and Rachel that you should be worrying about, not the likes of Sir Thomas Weir.
It was Chris who cocked this up in the first place.
That was the past. Chris is my son, and Rachel is having his child. That's the future of this family. We need to mend a few fences, and I'm going to need your help. How about we invite them round for dinner? One day next week. Come in, David. Good of you to call.
Well, I wasn't doing anything else.
Sit down. Well, that's what I want to talk to you about. I'm trying to rationalise the running of home farm estates, and I might have a job for you.
Well, if you're thinking of offering Mick Gamekeeper's job, it's too late. Seth's got it.
I quite agree. No, I've got something else in mind. What would you think to trying your hand as assistant manager at home farm?
Me?
Yeah. I've been making a few inquiries, and you seem to have your head screwed on.
What would I have to do?
Anything that I don't have time for. I'd want you to keep a general eye on everything. The nursery, the holiday village, game farm.
What about Nick and Biff?
They carry on as usual. You will be dealing with administration and supervision.
I can't see myself supervising Seth somehow.
Yeah, he's one on his own, is old Seth.
Yeah.
Try practicing the blind eye technique. I always did. Well, what do you say?
Yeah. Yes. Yes, I'll say yes.
Great. Let's sort out some of the details.
Butch, Sam.
What?
I'm just trying to work out this dinner at the Woolpack. Are you coming?
I am.
Right, that makes 13 then with Maud and Adam's family. And old Bert don't like anything with eggs in. Yeah. Kids are having fish fingers and Maud's having scampi and chips.
I'm not touching fish.
Oh.
I don't want any rabbit food.
You get scurvy.
He already has. That's what smell is.
Can't you two leave each other alone? If that's menu for Thursday, I'll have sausage and chips. And beer. Loads of it.
That goes without saying. And I'm having spaghetti.
You what?
Well, it don't take a minute to open a tin, does it? Right, come on. Go down to Woolpack with this.
I'll go.
Oh, no, you won't. You'll come back legless. At least I know how Tina will be back before closing time.
I'll have to. I got no money. Any chance, Dad?
Try wishing well.
Well, I don't think they take tin cans.
Ooh, am I looking forward to this?
Oh, thanks for that, Mr. Tate. And thanks for the job.
It's on a trial basis, remember. We'll see how it goes. And no more messing about with a shotgun.
I can explain that.
No need. We were all young once.
Right, Monday then.
Fine.
Right, thanks again. Bye, Mrs. Tate.
What was all that about?
Oh, I've offered him a job. Assistant farm manager.
Without consulting me?
He's a fine lad. I reckon he's going to work out well.
Yes, I'm sure he will, but that's not what I mind. I could have done that job. I was running this estate fine till we went away. Now I feel completely cut off.
I don't want you to do it.
Oh, you made that pretty obvious.
I want you to be my wife, not some sort of junior executive.
I can do both. Being a wife's not a full-time job.
It could be.
Drink coffee and go shopping. Is that what you want me to do?
You could try supporting me instead of getting at me.
And what about you supporting me? I feel as if you don't need me anymore.
That's not true.
You're more interested in Chris than you are in me. I feel used. When you were ill, I worked my guts out. And now you're better, I'm nowhere. Thanks.
You ought to get Paul a double if you're hoping to get somewhere.
He doesn't need any help at his age.
Which is more than can be said for you.
Where's your up out to eat?
Oh, Dave? Well, I went to see Frank Tate a couple of hours ago. I haven't seen him since.
Hope he's not wanting his old job back.
Oh, don't worry, he won't. Besides, he knows nobody can do it as good as you.
Here we are.
Cheers.
Cheers. Nice to be without the kids for a change, isn't it?
I know what you mean.
It's not everybody who understands how it is with children, especially when you're a single parent.
Good job we met each other then, eh? I can borrow my mum's car on Thursday. Why don't we take the kids for a day out?
Be working.
Have the day off. They must let you out sometimes. We could go to the seaside.
Yeah. Alice loves the seaside.
There you go then. The seaside, here we come. And don't forget your bucket and spade.
Well, it's going awfully well, isn't it?
Aye. There's certain ingredients to getting a pub right. Right ale, right atmosphere, right staff.
Oh, which is my department, and I've got it sorted. Because as of next week, Jan and Rachel are going to be coming in regularly.
Well, Rachel, aye, but Jan's no girl.
Well, there's nothing wrong with Jan that an uplift brow won't sort out. Some men like the motherly type.
This is the country. We don't go in for that sort of thing round here.
Oh, don't you believe it? Human nature's the same wherever you are.
I've been running this pub for years without any mention of uplift bras.
And it was going down the nick, and as it is, look at it. Just stick around and watch business boom.
I had to wash my hair 3 times before I could get that paint out. It's terrible stuff.
Aye, it is.
Still, the cottage is going to look lovely when it's finished. Where did you disappear to this afternoon?
Me disappear? Never.
1 minute you was there, the next minute you were gone. Just when I wanted you to help me with wallpaper and all.
I've got my job to do. Birds to care for.
How come Frank Tate rang up and asked where you were then?
Everything all right?
My pot's empty.
I'm afraid a free meal is all I can offer at present, and the Dingles, unfortunately, are the recipients of that.
That'll be a right monkey's tea party.
Get a pig trough, why don't you? I would, just tip swilling.
I won't lower myself to their standards. I shall raise them to mine. They're having a 3-course dinner, just as I planned. Let's see how they like that.
There goes a man who's not happy.
Seemed all right to me.
Not if you know him, he ain't.
Hey, guess what? Got a job.
What job?
Assistant manager at home farm.
Oh, that's a relief.
There were never any danger.
That means you're my boss.
Ask him if he can have the day off. We want to go to the seaside on Thursday.
You putting me on spot already? No, I don't start till next week, so you better ask Frank Tate on that one.
Wow. Look who's here.
Oi. Hands off.
Mister, my mum sent me down with a message about the dinner. Here's a list of what we want and what we don't want. Our butch won't touch anything green.
There's no need for this, my dear. Everything's all taken care of. A gourmet meal for 5.
And the rest?
Which rest?
Well, there's Auntie Maud and her lot, Cousin Adam's mob. They're on the list.
Auntie Maud isn't invited.
Dinner for all the family, that's what you said. Here, you lot, what does it say? Here.
Slap up meal for all family. Looks like she's got you there.
Fair's fair, Mr. Turner.
Yes, yes, of course. Well, do tell your mother I'm looking forward to welcoming you all. All 13 of you.
The weather's better than this at the seaside. Yes. Right then, we're all set.
Aren't you forgetting something?
What? Oh. Nah.
Alice.
Well, she's in the... Alice! Alice! Come on.
Now, is that for you or your daddy?
It's a well-known fact that the North Sea is only warm enough for swimming in the summer. And this year, I think summer's on the 9th of July between 1 and 3:30. Come on, get in the car.
Never had a desk before. Well, not since school.
Think of it as a symbol. Oh, I don't expect to see you behind it very often.
Oh, don't worry. I thought I'd been stuck inside all day.
What's going on?
We're setting up an office in here.
What, instead of the living room?
Yeah, makes sense. Working out the living room is daft with all the space we've got. And Dave and I will be working together.
You didn't tell me.
I think I better sort that flooding out down at Keller Bottom.
Yeah, fine.
You might have told me what you were up to.
I didn't reckon that you'd want young Dave in and out all the time. Not in his muddy boots.
You think I'm going to be sitting around the living room all day?
I don't know.
No, never crossed your mind, did it? Funnily enough, I was going to set up a farm office in here while you were ill. But I thought you might feel a bit left out, so I decided against it.
Well, what do you think this is?
What is it?
Something disgusting.
Oh, it's food.
It purports to be a list of the Dingle family's favourites. It's an obscenity, quite frankly.
Oh, I don't know. I'm quite partial to a bit of liver and onions myself.
Well, with baked beans and gravy?
Morning, Al.
You've been clearing your head.
Keeping it trim, mate. You can end up piling the weight on in this job. Any tea, mate?
You know where the kettle is. You know, I'd hate to think what this says.
Brains, I hope.
Oh, well, that's a relief.
It's Zach Dingle's Uncle Bert's favourite.
Oh, well, I don't envy you cooking them. Hey, Terry, do you fancy fried brains?
I just think scrambled brains are more in his line after all those years in rugby league. But, Britt, I'm sure you're more in tune with the Dingles' tastes.
Oh, no, it's your big night. I'm really looking forward to it.
But I've got my other duties to attend to.
Well, we can run the bar for one night, Al.
But we're in this together. I need help.
We'd hate to steal your glory.
Don't look at me. I can burn water.
He tried to be romantic once. He cooked Italian, but spaghetti were too long for the pan, so he'd cut each strand in half with a pair of scissors.
Stick to what you do best, mate. That's my motto.
Can't leave you much scope.
It's an amazing place. Like the end of the world.
What did I tell you?
I want to go in the sea. Yay! I think it'll be a bit cold for that, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Ooh, I've never been so cold.
Oh, Townie.
Oi, what time do you call this to be going off to work?
I've been to work. I forgot something. I came back for it, all right?
Well done.
What did I do?
You just go through life oblivious to anyone else's feelings, don't you?
I know what's wrong with you, but what's wrong with me?
There is nothing wrong with me, Frank. Have you noticed we've not seen anything of Emma lately?
All right. Row?
I don't know. All I'm saying is, think about other people once in a while, Frank. They might appreciate it. Come on.
They're happy.
Yeah, the whole beach to themselves.
Do you see much of Alice's mum?
No. She kidnapped Alice last year whilst we were fighting over custody. And then, typical of Elsa, she just brought her back. Decided I could look after her better.
I'm surprised you let her out of your sight now.
It's difficult sometimes. I'd do anything for Alice. Frightens me to even think about it.
Come on, hurry up, Daddy. Come on, Mummy.
Hi, thank you.
Nice starts.
I like it here.
Eh?
Emmerdale, it's nice.
I thought you were missing town. High heels are in, you said, but you can't wear them because you can't walk in them out here. And the wind blows up your skirts. And you can't get to the shops, not proper shops, any road.
And I've changed my mind, you know. Seth said it'll be spring soon. It'll be different then. And we can start looking for a place of our own.
Why? Well, we've got a room here, free.
Yeah, but it's not ours, though. I mean, it's not private, not really.
We don't know what's going on in Fatty's mind, do we?
What, Alan? Oh, he's all right. He's just a bit of a snob, but he needs us.
Ah, for now, but what happens when we got this place humming like a contented woman?
And what do you know about contented women? Oh, well, shouldn't I ask? You think that's the answer to everything?
Actions speak louder than words.
Well, in that case, shut your gob and go and get us a crate of ginger and tonic.
Oh, it's no good. I can't do it. I picked up this potato, I've stared it in the eyes, but I am not making chips with a prize-winning meal.
It is their meal, Al.
It is my pub, Tell.
Why don't you do frozen chips and Yorkshire pudding? They're just as good as fresh made.
That would be even worse. Why on earth didn't I rig the damn raffle?
Because you're a nice man.
Now then, Mr. Turner, all set for tonight?
You made a big mistake, Alan. You should have let the Dingles eat here before you ripped the place apart. They could have saved you a fortune.
Alice? Where's Alice? Alice? Oh!
You know, I didn't know blokes like you existed.
What do you mean?
I mean, blokes who put their lives on hold to look after a child. Ones I know are just beggar off, selfish. Now it gets in the way of football, the pub, and new clothes.
You mean you can buy new clothes for grown-ups? Is that what happened with Jason's dad?
The minute he knew I were pregnant.
Does he pay any maintenance?
If you're after me for my money, forget it. Nobody knows where he is, so he pays now. His mother knows, I reckon. She's just not saying.
Had you been together long?
Not that long. It wasn't love or anything, just Saturday night. He used to go out with his mates Fridays, stopping with me Saturdays.
You'd not be without him now, though, would you?
No. He's not going to be like his dad, though. I'll have to ask your mum about bringing up a lad properly.
Oi!
Sorry.
Oh, stand still, you stupid ring.
Hey, there's no need to take it out on the cow.
What?
Well, whatever's eating you, it's not the cow's fault.
Can we just finish this?
You're not the only one who can treat sick animals, you know.
What are you talking about?
It's a cure for a bear with a sore head.
You don't know the number of the Samaritans offhand, do you?
It was to ring Emma.
Linda, I don't need to ring Emma.
No, but maybe she needs to hear from you. Bit young for an agony aunt, aren't you? Well, are you going to ring her or not?
Tea's up, ladies. I was going to bring you some biscuits too, but your dad said you were on a diet.
Oh, did he now? Must be a Glover family failing, not being able to mind your own business. Wouldn't have been a good idea anyway. Should be busy at work.
I was her first boyfriend, and it was her first time. Suddenly she found herself stuck in a little cottage in a little village with a little baby and very little money.
Most women dream of things like that. Maybe not the money bit.
Oh, Elsa had dreams, all right. They were just different.
But walking out on you, what about your life? Alice's?
We're having a great time. At least this week, anyway. There's no way would I get Elsa to come to the seaside in March.
Maybe have some sympathy with her after all.
Here.
What's up?
The flaming tide's coming in! We're cut off! It's no better this way.
What we're gonna do?
I want to go home, Daddy.
Yeah, in a minute, darling. We're just gonna have a little rest before we walk up this long hill.
I'm cold, Daddy.
Do you want some soup, Alice? Do you want some, Jason?
Are we stuck?
Just a little bit.
Is it worth shouting?
There's nobody about, is there?
It's gonna be dark soon.
I think I don't know that.
Well, we've got to do something, Nick.
Flaming well know that as well, Paula.
Hey, how do I look?
Have I seen that before?
Only in a shop window in Houghton.
For a free meal, this is costing me an heck of a lot of money.
Listen, that Turner don't think we're good enough for his posh restaurant. I'm not going to prove him right. Oh, don't you think you're going out dressed like that, lady?
Mum, nobody's going to look at me, not with you in that dress.
Oh, do you think so? Oh, thanks, love.
Right. I'm gonna try to get back through that cave.
How?
Well, if the water's not too deep, I should be able to wade through.
But the water's not too deep. Maybe we should all go.
No, let me try first.
And I'm supposed to stay here.
Look, it is flaming deep. I don't want to find out whilst I'm carrying a 4-year-old, Paula.
I'm sorry.
Look, as soon as I get through, I should be able to get some help from somewhere. Do you think I should wear that rubber ring?
I left it in the car. Be careful, Nick.
What's that, Alan?
Poulet à la comtoise. Chicken with vegetables in a cream and cheese sauce.
What, for the Dingles?
Well, I know your husband's a great give the punters what they ask for man, but I have a feeling we've a duty to educate, or in the case of the Dingles, to civilise or at least house train.
Yeah, but what if they turn nasty?
Well, I gather unruly customers are quite common in the sort of city pubs you're used to. Sure, Terry can cope with that.
Well, how about I do a few chips as a standby?
No, thank you. I feel that I am on a mission to spread a little culinary delight into the humdrum lives of Zack and Nellie Dingle and their family.
But what if they don't like it?
If I'm footing the bill, I choose the menu, OK?
We're over here. Where's Daddy? Nick!
I couldn't get through. The currents. It's not too deep, but they just kept taking my legs.
What are we gonna do?
We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Somebody will be here soon.
I told you I wouldn't have time to eat.
It's hardly worth cooking for one.
Anyway, I'm not hungry.
You will be later. What's there to eat in a pub? Apart from crisps and pork scratchings.
Chris, I want to work. I need to work.
You don't need to work.
You fail to understand, don't you?
Oh, I understand, Rachel. I understand that you want to be Miss Independent.
Exactly.
And where does that leave me? I mean, it's my baby as well. I want to contribute. The only thing I can do is provide the money, and I've got plenty of that.
I don't want your money. I don't want people accusing me of that.
I see. It's what other people think about now, is it?
If I was worried about that, we wouldn't have got together in the first place.
OK, you're right. I don't understand. Why should you want to work day and night when there's a pot of money to save you bothering?
Mum, tell Gormless this is my shirt.
You sold it to me.
I hired it to you.
10 quid for one night?
Yeah.
Sam, go and get your bath water. It's getting cold.
I'm doing we out.
You heard your mother, lad.
You've all been in it.
There's only enough water for one full bath.
He's been cutting his toenails in it. He's left them on side.
Butch, you are gross.
Where's the problem if he's left them on the side?
There's only 9 of them there.
Oh, please. Get in that bath.
Any warmer?
No.
Should we all sing a song? What's your favourite song, Alice? I know what Jason's favourite song is. Should we all sing it? The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round.
Why don't we light a fire? We've got all this stuff in here that'll burn.
Who's going to see it?
You got any better ideas, Paula?
Well, what about the cliff? Can't we climb that?
You're joking, aren't you? A mountain goat couldn't climb that in daylight. We've got no chance in the dark. Now look, we'll light a fire. Hope a fishing boat or something sees it.
Can you imagine them coming to investigate? And getting shipwrecked? Oh, I'm sorry. Let's find some stuff to burn.
I don't have any matches.
Do you mind women who smoke?
Hey?
I wasn't sure if it was going to put you off. I've got a lighter here.
It gets us out of this mess. I'll buy you a Havana cigar, if you like.
If they survive this, they're made for each other.
You are? Nick and Paula have taken kids off to the seaside.
It's a real test of a relationship, is that? Two little kids cooped up in the back of a car. Are we there yet, Dad?
Seaside at this time of year?
You youngsters, you're too soft. It's all this central heating and foreign holidays. Bit of bracing sea air would do wonders for you.
Ah, so does a nip of whiskey, don't it, Vic?
I know what does wonders for Dave. Are you seeing Bernadette tonight?
No, not tonight.
Hey, you haven't still got that key, have you? Only me and Biff might like to listen to some music later.
Hey, there'll be no more shenanigans at the doctor's while I'm in charge, young lady. The McAllisters had enough problems while they were here without folk adding to them now.
Hi, welcome to the Woolpack. Come in. Hiya. Hello. Hello. Hi. Well, I knew tonight was going to be memorable, but until now I didn't know why.
Now then, mister. I hope you've got a new barrel of ale on and a ruddy big chip pan. None of us have eaten today.
I could take a bite out of this barmaid for starters, though, Dad.
Have a drink instead. Better for you.
5 pints, port and lemon for the good lady. Whatever else anyone's having, orange juice Aritina.
Stick a vodka in it, will you?
You got it, Princess.
By the way, Alan, I do a nice line in pickaxe handles, should you feel the need.
What's he cooking?
Oh, French stuff. I can't even pronounce it.
I'd have them pickaxe handles ready if I were you, Vic.
We are starting with pizza ladière à la niçoise and potage de légumes froides.
Pickaxe handles, definitely.
Oh, stop it. Sounds wonderful.
Also on offer, there will be crêpes aux fruits de mer. That's fish pancakes to you, sir.
When's grub up?
Oh, please take your seat, Mr. Dingle. After all, you took just about everything else the other day.
She wanted me to move in with her in Leeds. It's not practical. And neither's the alternative, Emma moving in here.
Well, if that's what you really wanted to do, but I've got a better idea. Something that can, well, do us both some good. After that fiasco of Chris running the business, your father felt that he had to take things over again. I mean, he didn't want to, not with his heart.
Oh, he seems happy enough.
A front. All that manic good humour. You know how difficult he is to help?
I certainly do.
Well, I thought, what if I was to put some more money into your business?
Dad's divorce settlement?
Well, Chris might be a bit funny about it, but if I was to buy some shares, all above board, then you would have enough money to buy a place of your own.
Chris always said you were devious.
What's devious about it? It helps me to help your dad. And maybe you and Emma.
Whoa, mister. Soup's cold.
That's how it's meant to be, Mr. Dingle.
Why?
Potage de légumes froides is served cold.
Have we tasted it?
I told you, it's cold.
It's also right nice.
Thank you, Mr. Dingle.
There you go, darling.
That's it.
Nah, just to phone your mother. Tell her you won't be home tonight.
Thanks. Well, at least you won't need to ring an ambulance if my boyfriend overhears you. Can you remember 999?
A pint, love. Brandy for Betty, Vic Spain.
Could have sworn they'd have been at it by now. All that beer in them. And Turner hasn't offered them a single chip all night.
I think we'll have to eat here. It all looks really nice. I'm afraid this is a one-off. Brit's taking over after this.
That sounds more like it. Bit of steak and chips. Tell you what, Seth. Punch up by 10:30, double or quits. Go on, mate.
Can I have another orange juice, please? You make them much nicer than she does. Must be something about her face turns oranges sour.
What with that, veg? Veg with meat in it, Mr. Turner. I'll get her an Ellie to knock us some up.
That is chou farci, Mr. Dingle. That's minced beef and bacon wrapped in cabbage leaves.
Cabbage? I don't like cabbage.
Well, sometimes it pays to be bilingual, Mr. Dingle.
The little girl wants an orange juice, Terry.
All right.
Oh, I am sorry. Oh. Still, you'd nearly grown out of it anyway, hadn't you?
You did that on purpose.
Hey, Turner, what's for pudding? And you better not be more French muck.
Shut your gob, Sammy. You'll wait for us in the van.
It is framboise aux figues avec sauce anglais. Raspberries with figs and custard.
Well, I won't have none of that French muck. I'll just have the raspberries and figs with custard.
I'm still in with a chart, Seth.
Give over. Terry and Britt having a band, they don't count, only dingles. Keep me a parting pump, Terry, lad. It's another on Vic.
That's it. You've got no more paper left. Paula! Paula! Paula, stay awake.
I'm so sleepy.
No, Paula, you've got to stay awake.
I can't. How are the kids?
The kids are fine. It's you now, please. Don't go to flimming sleep on me.